mess. Chicken leg and Johnny cake. 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 Wave your hand with your chicken leg. Wave your hand with your Johnny cake. Wave your hand with your chicken leg. Wave your hand with your Johnny cake.
St. Martin's premier culture event is its annual Carnival, which this year is celebrating 50 years of life, from colorful parades to spectacular pageants, exciting calypsos, energetic bands, highly anticipated international concerts, and an endless array of small restaurants, booths serving traditional island food. St. Martin Carnival has something for everyone. As the big celebration for the island's 50th golden anniversary kicks into high gear, the Honorable Minister Stuart Johnson addressed the nation and visitors on the occasion.
What a wonderful opportunity it is to be here tonight, not only as a former president, but more so as the minister in charge of TIAC, supporting Carnival 2019. This government has stepped up time and time again to ensure that you have a memorable 50th anniversary. I am so proud of the SCDF, the FCDSM, all the queens, all the ones who have contributed to make Carnival this far a success, and I am only sure that Carnival going forward will be an overwhelming success. To the bands, the DJs, the artists, the booth holders, to the troop leaders, to everyone participating in the pageants, we have seen your hard work and dedication, and we are proud of you. St. Martin will be boasting of the best carnival in the world, as we've said time and time again. Tonight is indeed the People's Festival. Do enjoy it responsibly, have a good time, make lasting memories, take pictures, and more so remember that there is no greater carnival in the world than St. Martin Carnival. Be proud of our carnival. Be proud to celebrate the greatest festival in the world. So be sure that when you're on the road taking your pictures, share them on social media, as we'll be definitely embracing the best carnival in the world. Once again, congratulations to the people of St. Martin, to the FCDSM, to the SCDF, and to all that have made Carnival possible. The government of St. Martin is proud to sponsor and be the platinum sponsor of Carnival 2019. And we look forward to supporting for Carnival 2020 and onward. Congratulations on Carnival 2019. And at this time, with the support of everyone behind me, I officially declare Carnival 2019 open. Long live St. Martin Carnival, and God bless all of you.
Hello, Carnival lovers. My name is Sandra Lake, your 1986 Carnival Youth Queen. What Carnival means to me is Bacchanal. Happy 50 years, St. Martin.
Head honcho of our fetting, St. Martin Carnival Development Foundation President Alston Lawrence is no stranger to both sides of the fence. As a reveler himself and now president of all things St. Martin Carnival, spoke to the Department of Communication about the collaboration with government entities, the new aspect we can expect for Carnival 50, and much more.
Carnival, part of our name is St. Martin Carnival Development Foundation. And for years, because of financial constraints, we never could really get into the development. So this year we took a chance, because a lot of input came from the public after last year about what we should do for 50. And out of one of those ideas from our board came there'll be a coloring book for the whole island to have, with some cultural icons, some carnival icons in it. So that's one, the coloring book is coming, and also we're gonna have an album out for Carnival 50 as well. And that album will have music from the last 50 years, basically the last 50 years of music digitally for everybody to, around the world, to know what we're doing and what we have been doing, because the talent on St. Martin, as you know, is really, really going. That's just two. I have a lot more, but I'm just gonna keep it there for now. We have to start with one that we recently lost. That's Paben. So Paben is in it. Also the Flag Lady is in it, Miss Priest. Also Mighty Greg is in it, Snoopy's in there. And others, Arrow is in there, So we have some of the people of the past that really made Carnival what it is. But we don't just have their pictures for the kids to draw, but there's some information so you can learn about them and who they are. And also we got Pork Chop in it, still here with us. Pork Chop is in the book as well. And I think it'd be really nice for people to fill in the blanks about some of these characters they've seen in Carnival for the last 50 years, basically. You should think about the safety of your wallet. Behave yourself. The police have some very strong fines for those who don't want to believe, that they will lock you up. So walk with your rude boy money if you want to lose it. The behavior has been great, so let's behave. Let's start there. Safety or other things, the police help us with making sure the vehicles are safe, and that's always a topic of discussion. But the police have always been there to help with that aspect. And a big jump up, a lot of people, anything can happen. When we plan the routes, they help us and always determine that there's a way for emergency vehicles to get in, get out. Suppose a truck breaks down in the middle of a road, that's one way. What do you do? So the police has been working along with us to make these risk analysis to every event. It helps us in our organization as well. It helps them to plan better on how much police need to be out because, they can't just send all the police to the jump up. The rest of the country still need protecting. So it helps them to plan on how to do things better, and thankful for them. They've always been open. I think I have a meeting there every week, maybe 2, and so if you see me coming in and out the police station, it ain't nothing bad. It's, we're planning for Carnival. We're going to use the same amount that we had last year because the foundation in charge of rebuilding the village or managing the village, they weren't able to fix those damaged boots still. And so we're going to do something there so you won't see that. But at the same time, we have, I think we still have 69 booths or something like that. Yeah. Okay, for Juve, I do expect every band in St. Martin to be there. We have a total, I think, of 27 troops registered for the Grand Parade right now. And you can expect maybe another 4 or 5 international ones to fall in. So well over 30. Trucks for Juve, we are still at the assumption it'll be about 30. 30 different trucks, vehicles, and they can be bands, they can be some DJs, maybe too, and some other sound trucks, drink trucks. That might take it well into 50 vehicles. So I do think we'll have one of the biggest Juves that we've had in a while. And based on the unity and the causeway, it's going to be huge. People are coming out. Yeah, definitely.
I am Shirley Cervoni, reigning Carnival Queen 1996. What Carnival means to me? Celebration. Happy 50th anniversary, St. Martin.
Kaiso, love it jam there. We got jam there. You hear about the big blaze. The whole town smoking for days. Government building nearly burned down. Not a single cruise ship in the
I was lying down in my bed.
Calypso is one cultural expression that will take center stage at this year's Carnival festivities. The Department of Communications spoke with Victor Richardson, Genius, the 1975 and 1976 Calypso Monarch King, and also Road March King of 1975, who have been involved in Carnival for some 44 years to get his insight on St. Martin's Carnival, the art form, and its evolution.
Calypso song is just like if you're building a house. You have the foundation, then you have the body of it, and then you have the final part is the roof. You first have to get the foundation, know what you're going to sing about, right? And then you put the body together, which is the verses, and then you get the chorus, which is like the final part of it, because the chorus is, you get it in between, and the last verse you sing, you have to end it with the chorus. So that is the roof of it. Yeah. I look towards a calypso when I can relate to it, when I could understand the story, what it's all about. I don't like when the guy, because you get a lot of that, people are singing a calypso, they're singing about that bag of cement, and then the calypso turn out, forget about the bag of cement, and they're telling you about steel. I like if you started and you're singing about cement, you end the song singing about cement. I could understand the story much better. I have been involved for 44 years, since 1975. And I have been involved in the calypso field, the calypso music. It was more locally involved. You used to get, all of the shows, all of the entertainment consists of local culture. But today we have a mixture of more outside influence into the Carnival. Calypso is a lyrics that send a message. You can get it in comedy, you can get it educational, you can get it in a lot of different forms, but it's like a poem. You can relate to it. It's a message that you can relate to and understand exactly where the person is going. Sometimes you can bring it over in a riddle, and you yourself have to try to interpret what the song is really all about. In St. Martin, calypso has developed a lot, because we have more singers, and we have more singers realize that you have to sing more constructive music instead of just the humor and the four chord type of thing. People are more involved in singing more constructive, and the guys realize too that it's not you yourself have to take the music 100% and put it there. If you need help, you go and get help. Like for instance, when I first started, I used to write all of my music, and then I made a change where I used Clarence Derby, and that did a whole lot for me. It sent me further into the music, because if you are writing your own music all the time, you start to repeat yourself. You're a continuation of the song you sang last, but when you use somebody else, you're getting a different flavor into it, and then you sing different. It should play a big role, but unfortunately it's not here. But it should play a big role because, like I said, it's a message coming over to people. It's like, just like you're sitting here, you have a radio station, you have a TV recording studio here. Calypso is the one that brings the message, and you all get it out there. So it's just like any other news carrier. It should be out there, bringing the message to people, where people can get a clear understanding how things are situated into their country or the island.
Hi, my name is Daniel Charles Grooms. I'm your Junior Carnival Queen 2017-2018. What does Carnival mean to me? It means togetherness and celebration. I want to wish the entire St. Martin happy 50th anniversary. Bye!
Known for being a traditional troupe on the road, the legendary Jolly Jumpers are back for Carnival 50, but with a twist. As former Reveler and Jolly Jumpers mass camp leader and designer, Elise Romer explains.
When Joy Swati, our group came out of Joy Swati group. After she retired, we decided for us to continue with the Carnival, let's form a foundation. And that's how Jolly Jumpers was born in 1988. I believe that we still it's a long way to go. We need a lot of people that has ideas and is willing then, because this takes a lot of time with preparation, organizing and all of that. And because of the 50 years, I decided why not? Let's do something really for the children, because I believe that still needs a lot of attention. I would love to continue, especially for the children. I have a very weak heart for kids. So I want the schools to take part. I want, parents to be a little more thinking about their kids instead of themselves, and put a little time in it.
My name is Aishira Cecilia, your Teen Queen 2003 and Senior Queen 2004. What Carnival means to me? Carnival means love and family. Happy 50th anniversary, St. Martin.
masquerade designer Alberto Brooks have dedicated 40 plus years to the artwork of creating carnival costumes. Brooks, whose costumes have won countless awards and are featured in everything from queen pageants to individual road pieces, and not forgetting the famous King Mumu statue, the closing star of Carnival. Belto, as he's affectionately called, has devoted his time in assisting both participants of Dutch and French Carnival festivities to showcase some of the most colorful showpieces. In an interview with Mr. Brooks, he spoke about his experience as a costume designer, the design aspects, his advice for persons starting out in the industry, and the steps he have taken to ensure the profession continues after he retires.
Oh, that was a long time ago. I used to go to school in Curacao, and I was living next to some folks who does this same type of work. And as a young boy, I was kind of curious about it, so I used to go over by the house and look at what the gentleman doing. Then I realized it was kind of interested, you know, so I decided to work with him over and on, and then after he realized that I was catching on the art form very quick, he started encouraging me, you know, to come along. There was a lot of other young folks living around, but they wasn't interested in that. And I started out from there. That about, you could say about over 40 years ago, or even more than that. I was a very young boy at that time. When I came back to St. Martin, you know, I went to the Carnival on the Dutch side and the French side, and I realized what I was building was just a little simple thing. And then I told my mother that I can do that, you know, I can do things better than what I see them doing on the road. And then she turned to me and said, well, go ahead, try it. But then I told her I need money to do that, you know, to make the costume that I want to make. And she said, well, your mother ain't got that type of money to put into costume thing. So exactly we saw this guy, he used to go down the street here to go down to milk his cows, you know, and he had a store and everything. His name is Albrecht Richard. And she said, well, look, Albrecht, they're going to ask him, you know. So I walked with him all the way down to where he milked his cow. And then he said to me, he said, Alberto, what is you want? There got to be something you want that you take your time to come all the way here with me. So then I explained him, I said, I want to make a costume for the Carnival, but I don't have the money. He tell me, well, he know much about those things, but how much money you going to take? So I tell him that probably going to take about $500 or so. He said, well, okay, later this afternoon, pass by me by the store. He had his store in Marigot. And I went by him, and then he gave me $500. And I started to build the costume. And my first costume was a big butterfly. So when I finished building it and everything, now my mother told me, call him and he come to sit. So I went to look for him again. Told me when he finished, he going to come here and pass by. And when he passed by now and he saw the butterfly, he said, nah, man, this costs more than $500, you know. So he ended up giving me another $500 and tell me, go ahead with that, you know. And that was more or less my first costume. And I had a lot of reward for that first costume. Not over here. Over here I paraded with it for the first time, and apparently it was kind of surprising for everybody. So everybody just still looking at it, and there was no reaction, not, you know. So I came home and told my mother, I said, Mama, why nobody ain't react to the costume? I guess it wasn't good. She said, nah, man, the people them over here ain't ready for you yet. You save it up, and when the Dutch side Carnival come, you go over with it. So I just does that, and then when I went over on the Dutch side with it, the reaction of the people was so encouraging that, you know, when I reach home here, like, people were walking up to me, give me money all the time, give me money. Then, you know, they're so appreciative of the work that I did. When I reach home, I conk it up to almost $3,000 that people just give me just like that on the street. Now they don't do that no more, but that was the time, you know. And I continue from there till now, you know. First I used to take part in the Carnival, in the parade and stuff like that, but I stopped doing that now because of so much a demand. People want you to build this for them, build that. So I don't have the time to build things for myself no more. So I just do it that way, and that's the way it's going right now. Be honest with people, don't cut no corners, and make your customers happy, and just be serious with what you're doing, If somebody asks you for something, you give them what they ask you for.
I am Shanice Powell, your 2017-2019 Senior Carnival Queen. What does Carnival mean to me? It means reunion and marketing. Happy 50 years, St. Martin.
Happy 50th Carnival anniversary. St. Martin Carnival is the best carnival in the Caribbean.
Have you ever wondered what it took to be the winning troupe of 2018? Winning troupe leader Natalie Parrott van Heinigen from Blue Étoile shared her vision in Dcomm studios with our viewers with mannequins dressed in her inspired carnival costumes and her carnival testimonials.
Blue Étoile came about, we were searching for some names, and we live on an island that is filled with sunshine and the sky is always blue, and then we like to shine as well. So the concept of putting them together, Blue Étoile, it was just a win-win situation. It came about for some couple of years now. I mean, we've started since 2010. No one knew about us at the time. We started with the children parade, so I was actually inspired by my daughter because every time she wanted to participate in a child's parade and she wasn't satisfied with her costume, and I was like, I can do this, so why not just create a children's group? And then since then we've grown and we've took a chance with the Grand Parade. So this is our 3rd year in the Grand Parade. So far it's been quite a challenge and we've been excelling so far. So basically it's me, myself, Miss Natalie, and my teammate Rena Richardson. So we start from, as of Carnival is completed, we start designing the year for the next Carnival. We start bending the wire prior to Carnival because it's just 2 of us. And then as January starts, we ask volunteers to come and help us cut, stick, and do the necessary to get the preparations on the go. There are so many upsides. I mean, the upside is getting the thought from the conceptual designs in your mind on paper and then making it become a reality, and the joy that the people, the revelers, are actually displaying your costumes on the street. And I wouldn't really say a downside, but you have to turn the negative into positive. So the positive feedback that we get from the people that has things to say about our costumes, we feel that and try to make ourselves much better for the years to come. I mean, for the spectator standpoint, it's basically where the judges are, because that's where the congregated of people are, because they want to see the display of the choreography. So that is one of our favorite points. And also, I would say from the Court House to Holland House, that is where people really enjoy themselves and they give a bit of extra. I would tell them start from Juve, but they need to pace themselves, because this is nothing that they have ever experienced before. Come, enjoy yourself, but be safe most of all.
My name is Sharon Lee. I am the 2012-2013 Mature Queen. What Carnival means to me? Festivities and culture. Happy 50th anniversary, St. Martin.
People whining and grinding.
It was the year of 1986 when the Zoukwe Queen, Miss Singing Olivia Moray, affectionately known to us as Singing Olivia, entered the competition and won her first road match. In conversation with Singing Olivia, she describes her passion for the art form of music and memories of past St. Martin Calypsonians, musicians, and also who helped to pave the road for the upcoming generation.
Well, I've competed here lately in the Soca Rumble, and previous was the Soca Calypso, Soca, which is a Soca and Calypso contest. Yes, that's where I began here in St. Martin. Special name, Singing Olivia. It arose by the fact that we had to compete as participants from the band, you know, integrants of the band, they told us that one of the reasons for us being there is to compete in nearly all the competition they have out in Aruba. So we started with the OT Festival, and then suddenly came up the Calypso and Road March competition. So I was not prepared. So they said, find a name, find a name. So I said, well, let me think on that famous singer in Trinidad, Singing Sandra. Well, I'm just gonna thief away the singing and put it in front of my name, and I called myself since then Singing Olivia. I wanted to take stage in 1985, but they had rules in those days where they stated that you had to be residing in the island at least for a year. So I said, don't worry, I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna give them licks. So that make it 1986, the year 1986, when I graced the stage and won the Road March. Until the following day though, I got to find out that I won it. Yes, because it took so long, it went over the time. I think it was 4 o'clock, everybody went home. And when I was on my job, that's when I got a call from the radio station to come very quick. There's an announcement to make. And when I got there, they told me that I won the Road March. So I never was crowned on stage, but believe me, in 2010, the committee of the Carnival had made sure that I got crowned on stage. When I first graced the stage here, I say, well, whoa, I'm in a different country. I'm in front of a lot of different people that I don't know. I have to make myself comfortable, you know, and try and see if I can beat all those guys, you know, because I was the honest lady in the whole group, you know. And I must tell you, I had a run for my dollar because every band that I went to, they said, no, they don't have their singers are ready, they can't practice me. So I practiced one day before the competition and I sweeped it all. Yeah, I just wanted to touch those stage, you know, because we always come here with a group and we performed here with the band. And we also brought up a lot of costumes. So St. Martiners that didn't have the financial means of so, we used to bring it up from a club that we call Esso Club in Aruba. And for us in those days, it was just giving, you know, giving so that woman and that man could jump in the parade and enjoy their time, you know. We wasn't talking about money in those days, you know. So it was all about the heart and the love for Carnival. Well, I never had no fear against men, you know, because I believe that we make them. So right there and then, I feel like it's just a number 1, number 2, number 3 on the list to compete. But I have no fear. Genius was one person that I always admire. Arrow for his lyrics. He was very on point. I admire Kat. My kid's father, Tony Chewett. And I think because of that, I made the song Legend. And I was hoping with that song that people understand that we should give thanks to, wow. Just breathe. All what they wanted was to be acknowledged before they go. For you to show greatness, you don't have to be Michael Jackson. I would say some people living is fighting to get. Some people living is fighting to get that tap on the shoulder and say, hey, you did a good job. And I mean, why wait until they're gone? When I was in a recording studio, this same thing happened to me when I was singing the song Legend. And it's not about me only. It's not only about singers, it's about everybody in their position in work. We coming down food center in the Sukwe. Everybody jamming in the Sukwe. Man holding woman in the Sukwe. They like it hot in the Sukwe.